Oh, it's the Dazzling One teaching tips and tricks to the everyday girl. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a holographic eye. So let's get started. A catalog or a model in a magazine, and they had the perfect eye look, and you've always wanted to know, how can I create that? Well, today I'm going to show you a picture of this model here in our Spring Mary Kay lookbook. I'm going to show you how to recreate this holographic eye look. I'm going to take you step by step on how to create it. What makes this look different is that the eye shadows that we normally apply are horizontal and they go across our eyes. But what makes this look different is that the eyes shadows are placed vertically. So it's a little something that's different. I've tried it a few times and I've got it down, and I'm excited to show you how you can create it. Now I'm going to be using 4 colors that the look calls for. They are golden mauve, they are frozen iris, they are merlot, and sweet plum. Now I've already done my brows, as you can see, and I've already put my eyeshadow primer on my foundation and my cheeks on. So we're just going to move right into it. And the first for is the golden mauve. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit closer so you can see the placement. These are all Chroma Fusion eye colors. So that'll help you from the Mary Kay line. So the first color we're going to use using our Mary Kay all over eyeshadow brush is the golden mauve. Now it says place it in the middle of the eye. And in the look, it's not going completely up. It's going just to right about here. So this section here of your eye is not going to have color on it. Now you can apply the colors heavier, or you can apply them softer. And if you run them super, super bold, you can even add a little finishing spray or water to the brush once you've applied it. But I feel like this is going to be bold enough. Just clean off our brush. See how the placement of that is on our eyes? Is the frozen iris. Okay. It's called to be placed on the sides of the golden mauve. So it's almost what it's going to end up looking like is, if we weren't to kind of put it all together, is like there's lines of color. Colors are so highly pigmented, and you don't really need to wet them, and it's still going to look extremely incredible. So that was our transition shade. It was placed here as a frozen iris. Now I'm using my angled eye crease brush to apply the plum. Don't worry about any fallout because I'm going to show you how to clean that up at the end. So the nice thing about the bolder colors is you really can get your placement exactly where you want it at. So I'm just going to go right here. Again, this is sweet plum. This look is for spring. It's a spring look, but you can probably wear it all year long. But when you think of spring, you want colors, you want soft and fun colors for spring, because you're coming out of the cold and chilliness of winter. I'm going to take my smudger brush. That looks kind of funny, doesn't it? We're going to using the Merlot on the outer corner. So now we're going to almost draw it. Almost is, by using this brush, we're almost going to draw it. And I'm going to bring it out just a little bit more than I normally would. And that will be something that I clean up too. So see how I placed that right there? And you can see how the color is almost, you know, how it goes light to dark, which is, and then I'm going to do that same thing, but I'm going to do it on the inner corner, inside corner of the eye. Please check out my eye placement video if you're ever confused on, like, you're trying to create a look that you see in the book or you're following along. Knowing the eye placement is paramount to really getting your look to look the way you want it. Again, I'm going to go out a little farther than I normally would, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to clean it up. Again, this is Merlot. I will list the colors at the bottom, but I am really saying them as I'm going, so. What made this look really challenging for me is applying the darker shade inside the inner corner of the eye when I'm always used to, you know, applying it on the outer corner. This look really looks great when you're done with it, believe it or not. It looks funny now as we're in the transition of it. So see, without doing anything else to it, I got to clean up here too. But you see how the color placement is? You have your golden mauve, you have your frozen iris, you have your sweet plum, and then you have your Merlot on the outer corner. On the has even taken that Merlot and she kind of brought it down like a like she would her shadow. And I'm going to do that. Don't worry, like I said, anything that's not where it's supposed to be will be cleaned up. It's super fun, this look. This will be the third time I've done it. Willing to try new things. Never stop trying new things. And then, because you can't say, oh, I don't like it if you never tried it. So that is it. Now we're going to go to cleaning up. Okay, so what I've done is I've got a cotton swab, and I'm going to just go very neatly under. Don't worry about the foundation, we'll fix that up too. And by going out just a smidge, you're going to have that really crisp V there. Now, since I made a few little mistakes on the inside, I'm going to refold it. And I'm just going to clean it up like that. Okay. Now see how awesome that looks? That's wild, isn't it? Is I'm just going to kind of soften up those lines. Because you don't want to see where one line starts and one line begins. You still want just that look of a hologram. In holograms, you never see where one line ends and one line begins, you know. And I did kind of go just a smidge high there. So I'm just going to, you could even use a Q-tip if you wanted. Now see how that looks? All right. Now to fix the, the spot where I just take my foundation brush, and it usually still has just a little bit of product in it. And I just kind of buff it. Okay. So you see that? Perfect. Time I wore this look, I put lashes on, but I really want to try to stay as close to the book as I can. So I'm just going to use the liner, liquid pencil. See how crisp the line is when I'm not looking at the camera trying to do it? I'm actually doing it with a mirror. Gonna kind of just tap right there. Because I wanted to kind of just be a part of that line there. Liner. Because I don't want my lashes to take away from the color. So I'm using Lash Love because of that, instead of maybe like the Lash Intensity or even the Ultimate, because I just want my lashes to be part of it. I don't want it to take away. That this look is too hard for somebody as a beginner if you just take it step by step and blend as you go, or blend at the end after you clean up. So here's the book's look, the book's look of the holographic, and then here is mine. So this is the Dazzling One, teaching tips and tricks to the everyday girl. I'll get your gorgeous to you. Take it step by step. If it doesn't work out, wipe it off, start again. But my key to you is always don't try a new look when you have a short amount of time because you rush. But take a day when you got a little bit of extra time, or you get up a little bit early, or you don't have to be out super early, and just take the time to play with the colors, see the placement of them. Remember, this is a vertical look over our horizontal look. So this is the Dazzling One. I hope you have an awesome, awesome, and powerful day. You might want to wear a neutral lip or a softer lip so your eyes, but there's no solid rule. Even the model has a softer look on her lips as well. So have an awesome day. Bye-bye.